What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest issues that a lot of people have with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and that's the skill-based matchmaking. So I want to let you guys know, what's going on, what I think of it, get some of your guys' opinions down in the comments, and just gonna see how we feel about it as a whole, because it's definitely, as of right now, something that's a little bit toxic to the game. So anyway, it's not officially confirmed that skill-based matchmaking is in the game. It hasn't been, officially announced by Sledgehammer or anybody like that, but it's pretty apparent that it's there. Like, there's a rumor that some Redditor found a string of code that, confirmed it and said, like, the priority was based on the skill over the connection and stuff like that. I'm not sure if that stuff is true, but you can just see it when you play. Like, check it out. I'll join a TDM on my main account, which is a second prestige level 20. And you guys can see there are all kinds of first, second, even third prestiges in this lobby. Like, this is a pretty stacked lobby in terms of levels. Now, if we switch over, I go on my second account, which I've never played a game of Advanced Warfare on yet. So I'm level 1, and check it out. The highest level in the first TDM lobby is a 6. So, obviously, some things that work there. There's some sort of skill-based matchmaking. I'm not sure what it is, if it's rank or score per minute, KD. I'm not sure what the algorithm is. There's something there that's making you, match up against players that are equal or around your skill. And as of right now, it definitely needs to change, because by placing such a priority on putting you with a group of players that's around the same skill level as you, it gives you a smaller pool of players to choose from in the matchmaking, and that results in lower quality connection games. And that's where, a lot of the frustrations with this game come in. Like, the connections in this game aren't the best. Typically when a Call of Duty first releases, they aren't the best, but they're especially a little bit bad in this game. Like, I'm trying to say it nicely, but sometimes it feels like you're shooting half a clip into somebody and they put a couple bullets in you and you die. Or sometimes it just, you go around, you have these 1 and 2 bar connections all the time, and it's getting better. They've been patching it and making it better, but connection definitely needs to take a higher priority than it does right now. Now, that brings up the question, should skill-based matchmaking be completely removed from the game, or should it just be moved down and become not as important of a factor in your matchmaking, kind of like selection process? Well, I don't know. It's something that I'm a little bit torn on. I think skill-based matchmaking has been a tiny factor in some of the previous Call of Duties. It hasn't really been that big of a deal. But I want to look at the pros and cons on each side and then get your guys' opinions. So, in my opinion, skill-based matchmaking is good because, well, it's kind of nice to play with people around your same skill level. Like, that's the only way for you to get better, and it can lead to more intense matches. Like, it's awesome when you have those really close games that come down to a couple of kills or, a cap at the last second or stuff like that. Like, that's what makes Call of Duty extremely fast, extremely fun, and extremely addicting. So, that's a good thing. And then also, it's important for the new players. Like, think about when you first picked up Call of Duty. Obviously, you were not good. You sucked at the game. All of us did when we first started playing. Think about if you would have been put into lobbies where it was nothing but super duper tryhards that have been playing for like 5, 6, or 7 years and just continued to wreck you game after game after game after game. Think about how that would feel. You wouldn't want to play Call of Duty. If that was your first experience, you would hate it. You would never want to play that game again. So I understand it's important to be able to have those newer players and those players that aren't quite as good have an easy transition into the game and kind of get used to it, build their skill up a bit before they play the veterans who've been playing this thing for years and years and years. So, obviously that's an important thing as well. Now, on the other side of things, I do think there are a few reasons why skill-based matchmaking is bad. So number one, as I mentioned before, it leads to poor connection quality games. So this is something that can obviously be tweaked and can be balanced and stuff like that, but when you're trying to play somebody with a specific group of people, that limits the connections that you can, kind of like match up with, and overall it just leads to poor connection quality games. It's something you have to balance. You have to balance it, with people around the same skill level, but at the same time put that influence on the connection to make sure you're not playing people around the same skill level except with better connections with you, because there's nothing more frustrating than that. Playing somebody that's at your same skill level but you're like a second behind them, like that's just awful. So yeah, that's a bad thing there, is that it leads to poor connection quality games. Now next up, another bad thing is it kind of loses some of the fun factor of Call of Duty. So, like I said, I'm a fan of challenge. I think challenge is a good thing. I think when you have those close games, that's a really fun part of Call of Duty. But another really fun part of Call of Duty is wrecking noobs. That's like something that people have always, like, think about back in Modern Warfare 2, if you guys played back then, like the Harrier chopper gunner nuke. Like, dropping that on people lobby after lobby was just, it was so much fun. And getting in those magical lobbies where people just seem to be running around and not have a clue what they were doing. that was a good time. And you kind of lose that when you're only playing people around your same skill level. Like, I feel like in this game, all I get into are lobbies with super duper high octane sweatband tryhards that are camping in corners with silent spout 27s. Like that's what I get into a lot of the time, because that's, you know, people that are, you know, prestiged and have higher score per minutes and higher KDs and things like that. So it's just, you know, it takes away some of that fun factor that Call of Duty used to have, and I think you need kind of a balance of that, like it used to be. You know, it doesn't always have to be super duper tryhard. And kind of a second point to that, isn't that what ranked play is for? Like, you know, kind of placing in a division and playing against people of your same skill level and stuff like that. Like, isn't ranked play the entire reason why that playlist was created, to you know, knowingly go into something knowing that people on the other team are going to be good and they're going to be trying their hearts out, and that's kind of like the whole point of that playlist. That's what that playlist is for. So why is that also being forced upon us in the normal kind of, like, you know, public lobbies that you know, never used to be that way? So I don't know, it's something that I can definitely see positives and negatives from it. I think that you know, I think the best case scenario would be that it's changed a little bit, just to at least put more emphasis on the connections, because some of the connection stuff can be a little bit frustrating in this game. Apart from that, there's really not a lot to complain about. There is a little bit of weapon balancing and stuff like that, but I think connections are the #1 thing that people have been complaining about so far over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Skill-based matchmaking in Advanced Warfare. Do you think it's too much as of right now? I think that's a definite yes. But the kind of tougher thing is, do you think it should be completely removed from the game, or do you think it should still be there, just take a little bit less of a priority than the connection does? Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. More Advanced Warfare videos coming soon, so make sure you guys keep checking back. Check out these 2 videos screen if you haven't seen yet, and catch you guys later. Peace out.